had a mystery on our hand this week. The scholars in this room are the crew on the mighty ship. Engineers, while in search of an ancient treasure, we have been marooned on an island, and a key part of a navigator map has went missing. Of the entire crew, we have considered 4 suspects. Today we will hear the evidence collected against Dr. Smart and Shipwright Neff.
This week we learned how to diagnose and treat various injuries and illnesses. Dr. Smart examined a few crew members who appeared to have fractured or sprained limbs. We discovered many different fracture types one can encounter in the wilderness. A simple fracture, a closed fracture, a comminuted fracture, and an open fracture.
We were able to assist with treating the injured crew members by using splints and slings to immobilize the injury.
Now let's take a look at how we save lives and limbs by using a splint. Here.
Oh no, my arm is broken.
Here, let me help you.
Thank you, Dr. Alika. This feels much better already.
You're welcome. Dr. Smart detected a crew member who looked lethargic. She was exhibiting shortness of breath and wheezing. We concluded one of her lungs has collapsed. We knew immediately to come up with the best treatment option to stabilize her lungs. The respiratory system is a series of organs responsible for taking in oxygen and expelling carbon dioxide.
The respiratory system is composed of the nostrils, mucus, cilia, trachea, alveoli, bronchi, lungs, and diaphragm. We created a lung model to exhibit our understanding of the respiratory system.
The balloon on the inside represents the lung. The cup represents the chest cavity, and the balloon on the bottom represents the diaphragm.
This week we learned about engineers and the skills needed to build and code a robot.
An engineer is a person who make things work. During camp, we designed and built a complex machine. We made MBOTs.
We used our MBOTs to locate lost crewmates from the shipwreck. We used an app called MakeBlock to help us with our deserted island challenges. Now we show you how we used our MBOTs to rescue our lost crewmates.
Hi, we are the EAE, and we're going to tell you about snakebite analysis and calf heart dissection. The cardiovascular system helps circulate blood throughout our bodies.
The blood that travels through our bodies brings oxygen and nutrients to the cells, which helps our bodies stay healthy. This week we dissected a calf's heart. We examined the heart and we labeled each part.
The different parts of a calf heart that we dissected are the aorta, the vena cava, the pulmonary vein, the pulmonary artery, the right atrium, the left atrium, the left ventricle, and lastly the right ventricle. In conclusion, we discovered a fun fact. A calf heart is bigger than a human's heart.
During the investigation, a patient was bitten by a snake. In order to treat the patient, we had to figure out what snake she was bitten by. There are 2 types of venomous snakes in the area: neurotoxic and hemotoxic.
The effects of neurotoxins have on the body are slurred speech, double vision, and extremely weak muscles.
The effects of hemotoxin on the body are swelling, bleeding at bite site, and bruising. In conclusion, we discovered a fun fact. You can define the snake. You can define the type of snake by the pupils.
We are the Delta Motor Company Group. We will discuss our blood spatter evidence. The diameter of our blood spatters changes in size by the height at which the blood falls from.
Although the difference between the blood splatters are small, they made a huge difference in our case. That is why 4-6 scientists look at blood splatters for evidence.
We took the average of everyone's blood spatter and added all 3 We took the evidence of everyone's blood spatter and added all 3 trials, dividing them by 3 and repeating these steps from 12, 30, and 66. In conclusion, we discovered that the higher the drop, the bigger the splatter. Here is our classified evidence.
We identified an unknown substance that helps treat
sunburns and cuts, also known as white powdery substance. Dr. August, help!
What happened?
Tripped over a branch in the skating park.
Oh, I'll go get my white powder cornstarch.
Thanks. I feel much better now.
You're welcome.
Today we will discuss the fingerprints found at the scene of the crime.
First, as forensic scientists, we will dust the cup to look for prints.
Next, we will use tape to retrieve the prints.
Aha, we have found prints. Aha, we know who is guilty. It is Dr. Smart
And Shipwright Neff.
Based on all the evidence our STEM group has submitted, we believe that Dr. Smart and Shipwright Neff are guilty of stealing the ancient map.